Hello, my soul fams, and just letting you know, you might hear some dogs barking or cars driving around, but it is what it is. And I wanted to speak about the signs and losing someone. You know, the signs of losing someone, pretty much. And so, and I know that I didn't choose this easier path. I chose to take the most challenging part. And what are you gonna do? You're here to do your mission, right? So the thing is that last week that I was getting those signs, but I wasn't really aware. You know how you get signs and you don't really pay much attention to it because you never experienced it, nothing like it. So last week I go to my favorite park of all time, and I found this peacock feather, and there's peacocks around there, and also a butterfly. And also a few feet away there was some other feather, a really big feather. And I was like, okay, this is a really cool peacock feather. And the other one, I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Maybe I'll give it to my little sister, and you know, she wants to write with little feathers, you know, like ink writing, I guess you can say. So I just took it. I didn't think much of it or the peacock feather. It just looked really cool. And so a few days later went by, the same week, and a Sunday, yes, I woke up Sunday morning to a dream that I dreamt about feathers that day. First, I saw a yellow feather in my dream, and then before waking up, I was holding this bright orange feather before waking up, and I was holding it right in my hand. And I was like, okay, cool, dreaming about feathers. And you know, about feathers, it's a sign of the spirit world, in your angels, you know, in the spirit world. So I was like, okay, cool, I dream about feathers, you know, you're protected, so on and so forth. And I was like, that's pretty neat. And then my sister dreamt this horrible dream, and she didn't want to talk about it because it's too horrible. I was like, okay, and that's okay, you know, she felt like she wanted to cry. It's like, okay, that's okay. And not only that, the same week, my house, outside my house, smelled like death so bad. And why? Because my house is a trailer, and it's on top of the air. So, you know, so you don't want the things to show on the bottom of the trailer. You board it up. And the thing is, there's some opening areas. And recently, this summer, there's been bunnies. I have never had rabbits constantly like in my yard, and like, okay, well, okay, they're eating my flowers, but I can't do much to that, you know. So anyway, and they've been there for a while, coming to our house. And one day I came to my house, and I was like, something smells funky. It's not sewage, like I don't think it's sewage. I smelled sewage before, and it does not smell like sewage. It was something else, maybe like something dead. Well, the next day or two, it smelled so horrible, the stench of death. I have never smelled something so foul in my entire life. And And I was literally, every time I walk to the area, I'm like constantly covering my nose because I'm trying to water the area. And the thing is that sometimes there's, cats around too, around my neighborhood. And I guess this rabbit was trying to escape. And it got cornered. And bam, the cat just grabbed them, and the rabbit is there. And we can't take it out because it's so under the house and an area we need to take all those boarding. It's just gonna be a hassle. You don't want to just mess with it. Just hope that hopefully the smell goes out. But I have never smelled death in my house. Even if it's like I see like a little a dead bird or something here or there sometimes. Little things like that happen, accidents, right? And you see them in your yard. But the thing is, this one, it smells so different. I have never smelled death, a dead animal. But I couldn't really see the animal, but I know it was a rabbit and a cat attacked them. But I never smelled death so bad, a foul smell. And that's how it started too. The smell of death. Really bad. And right now you can smell a little bit right now, but it's been like almost 2 weeks now, so it's like the smell has toned it down, so that's good. But it's horrible. But anyway, and then so yeah, the same Sunday also, the dream, my sister had this horrible dream. And anyway, so that same day on Sunday, I did a meditation. I was meditating and to connect, to be more guided with spirit, to be more guided, receive what we need to receive and to follow, right, from your oversoul. So I was like meditating at 35 minutes, and I had this image came in mind of the orange feather in my dream, and it popped in my head, and I felt like, okay, you look up the meaning of orange feather. It came to me in that meditation. I was like, right. So after the meditation, right away I went on my phone and I looked it up, and I was like, oh cool, yeah, it matches. I'm like, well, since I'm already here, why not search for the other meaning of feathers I already collected? And so I look at the peacock feather. Peacock feather supposedly means spiritual awakening. I was like, how crazy is that? And as you know, in this universe, nothing is coincidence. You find them for a reason, those signs. And again, we're not used to getting certain type of signs, and we miss those signs, right? And like I keep saying to people out there, look at the signs, but this time I missed the sign until it came to me in a meditation. I was like, yay, okay, that's good, So, and then the other one is like, okay, this unknown feather, this long unknown feather, and it showed a picture of like different kinds of feathers, the meanings, and like, oh, hey, that picture looks exactly like the feather I collected. This unknown big feather, and I brought it. I was like, what is this? And it's a good thing to have visual aids. When you're googling some, feathers, meaning of feathers, like this is exactly like it, and it says an owl feather. I was like, what? An owl feather. Literally, I collected an other feather. Few feet. It was like the other feather was like this far away from it. The peacock feather and then the owl feather was this much feet away from it. So pretty close, right next to each other. Like it was meant for me to get both. And then took it with me because it's very interesting with this really long feather. Like this is very interesting feather. I just felt intuitively to get it. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, you know what? Let me look now the meaning of owl feathers. And some traditions and some cultures, I guess you can say too, that owl, when you see an owl, it means like a bad omen. An omen of that, oh, chills, that death is coming. Death is coming. Oh, chills when I said it all over my body. Death. You heard me, death. And not only that, but it can also symbolize big changes in your life. And recently change has been happening in my life, and I know September was gonna be something really, really, really huge. I just didn't know how huge. But like, okay, big changes are coming. You have to be prepared. You have to choose logic over emotions, you know, and all this bunch of things. Like, okay, it can mean change. It doesn't have to really mean death, right? So, okay, well, you got the sign. You got the sign for a purpose, right? For a reason. Nothing's a coincidence. And the same day, I found out that I was gonna lose someone. That this new emotional situation was gonna come to you. My angels told me this new situation was gonna come to you, and you're gonna lose someone. And Sunday night, I couldn't sleep. I slept like, I guess 3 hours and a half. I hardly even slept, having that image that, you know what, remember, this happens for a reason, you know, and all this bunch of things. Because like I said, everything happens for a reason. I didn't take the easier path either. So, I needed to know how I felt to lose someone very close to you. And I didn't know how hurt I was gonna feel, how painful I was gonna feel. I didn't know. Like, if it happens, and I'm supposed to experience it, losing someone, to help others who also lost someone that always felt the same way too, that it just hurt very bad kind of thing. I needed to feel it. How does it feel losing someone you're so really close to? And not only that, an image came to my mind too of the book that I got like almost 2 weeks ago, of a book that I got. And again, I wanted to be guided by Spirit. And there was a section in the library called Spirit. I was like, oh, okay, cool, Spirit. I'm being guided by Spirit. Sweet. So, and I was going to put it back. You know what? No, I'm going to get this book called Healing, Nurturing Love. It's about a mother that lost, I think, her 8-year-old son from a shooting in a school. And her story, how she became healing. And I really wanted to read that book because I really wanted to connect in a way that, how does it feel losing someone that you really love? And so I wanted to get in the mindset of the lady in the book. Yes, I did feel a little emotional, but you know, to really connect. And her book didn't want it to feel like a sad book. She wanted to know that, you know, healing with love, nurturing yourself with love. And it's a really interesting book. I only finished, so far I only have half of the book done, and I just finished the part with healing, the chapter with healing. Very interesting. And there was another thing too, somehow, and that's not the only book I got in the book section called Spirits. But I was like, that image came into my mind too. And I was like, oh my God, there was another sign too. The signs, the book too. And I guess I'm really gonna find out how you really feel to lose someone. And it's not the same when you're reading someone's through another book. It's not the same. You need to feel it yourself too. So I didn't sleep. You know, when I woke up Monday morning, I took my sister to school, and from there I felt like going to the park. At the park, I contemplated so much, and I was talking to Spirit that it was meant to be, then it was meant to be. And barely when I parked my car, I'm not even kidding, exactly when I parked my car, my face shifted to turn to my left side, slightly to the left. I was gathering my stuff, and then I stopped just to, like, how Spirit guides you When they really want you to look at something, a sign, they will shift your head. And I saw this other feather right away when I got there. And I saw this feather falling from the sky. Like, it was twirling like this. Well, it was literally falling, and it was doing this. I was like, I have never seen a feather fall like that before. And I knew that was a sign from the spirit world too, that you're not alone. They're gonna be with you. They're always gonna be with you. And I just went over there and picked up this feather. And by the way, this feather was not under a tree. So I know, and I think there was no birds around me. Okay, I was at the parking lot. So yeah, so it was like it was meant to be. So I wanted to get it, and I did. And I was constantly seeing like dragonflies everywhere I went. And everywhere I went at the park, when I was driving it also on the road, the feathers hitting my windshield. And against meaning of the spirit realm, even if you lost someone, you're about to lose someone, the signs are always there. Always there. Just be open to receiving them, and they will show you they're there. And it just, I don't know. And then I also saw like a beautiful hawk that also is my spirit animal, and giving me encouraging messages that, you know, things happen for a reason. You know, like, okay, well, I need to soldier on because I'm here to do a mission. Soldier on, right? Soldier on. And, you know, I might say that now, but when it comes, it'll probably be some other story, right? And then Tuesday, I was barely about to leave the house, take my sister to school. And I just had this horrible feeling in my heart. In my heart, I had this horrible feeling. And I was feeling something was odd. And I feel like something was going to be unpleasant. And I just didn't know, like, am I thinking, even because I'm overthinking things, thinking that maybe something's going to happen. The yellow butterfly right here now, it got closer to me. And I don't know, it was an easy feeling. So then I, like, oh, it's part of my mind, whatever. So I'm on the road, and the feeling is still there in my heart. Still there. Something's gonna be uneasy. Something felt uneasy. And I was like, and I knew it was gonna come, because from there I saw trucks saying final mile. That final mile, I knew something was gonna hit. It's gonna come like that, so quick. I didn't know how quick, but it was telling me really quick, even sooner than you were expected. And I got mostly on feeling, and then I keep seeing 555 sudden changes, sudden changes. I was like, okay. I was getting really nervous now, and my heart wasn't feeling any better. Not right here, my heart chakra. I was literally feeling it in my heart chakra right here. It was not in my pit of my stomach, literally in my heart. And my heart was feeling it. And something was really coming. I was getting really worried, and I didn't know how I was gonna feel. I was so confused, and that feeling slightly graduated even more until I started crying so much. Well, I'm still driving, by the way. I'm halfway there to her school. It's like 30 minutes away. I'm halfway there. And I felt like crying and crying and crying. That feeling was intensifying in my heart. Again, it was feeling right in my heart. It was hurting. It was hurting. And it was intensifying more and more and more. And until it got so bad that before it got to the extreme, I'm not joking, it went to the extreme. You think I wouldn't felt any more worse than I already felt. No, it went to the extreme. That I literally felt this force come out of my heart. It came out, like something got pulled out of my heart. And that's what I felt the worst pain, feeling I have ever felt in this lifetime. Pain. I have never endured so much pain and hurt and sadness. It was horrible. It was a horrible feeling. And literally I couldn't stop crying so bad, and my sister's like, are you okay? Maybe you're something wrong with your heart, maybe you have to check it. Like, no, I lost someone. I know I lost someone. I told her I lost someone. I was sobbing and crying. I'm still driving, by the way. And then my hands become numb. My hands started to feel numb, and it felt like it spread to my, right from here. It spread and spread. And then my feet started spreading all the way to my knee. I'm like, I feel numb. And again, I'm still driving. At least I was less than 10 minutes away from it. Less than 10 minutes. But literally my body was becoming numb. And then eventually it led to feeling like, okay, now I'm getting a little lightheaded. Okay. Literally, I'm not feeling lightheaded. And the entire time, you just have those negative thoughts. Oh my gosh, what if right now it's about to happen something too? Or you're just thinking the worst after that. What if now you're gonna lose your mom, or you're gonna lose out, you're gonna lose your boyfriend that you've been for 10 years, and like just horrible thinking that when you go into the negative mindset when you lose someone, but it makes you really be aware of the people you love. Really be aware that, don't take life too seriously. Things happen for a reason, and it's part of life. So anyway, again, and I asked Archangel Michael to vacuum this negative thinking that I had in me, because now I feel worried and scared now and wondering what else was gonna happen. Like, no, I don't want to think like that. I know better than that. So I asked Archangel Michael to vacuum that negative thinking, and I suck it up. Like, I don't want it. I'm aware and I don't want it. And so that's what he did. And I feel so much better because I know he helped me on that. And yeah, it is really painful and hurtful. So, and again, being life master number 11 is not, I didn't take the easier road. I just didn't. So I just want you to be aware of that. Dragonflies also connected to the spirit realm. They're closer than they're looking at, what's that word? They're seeing you. They're watching over you. If you lost someone, they're watching over you. Watch those signs. Watch the feathers. Watch the dragonflies. I'm getting chills just seeing it. And it's warm outside. Literally, it's warm. And like, you probably see it like I'm all shiny. Just ask for those signs, and you will get them. And yeah, it might be the crappiest feeling in the world, most painful feeling, but you need to let go of things to bring new things in your life, to make room for more blessings to come. And growth. Those people were left to men in your life for you to grow